We went to Tehran to get them to agree to stop enrichment and everything to do with enrichment. They should stop it forever. So we wanted to get them into that by getting them to agree to a suspension, so a halt.
My working assumption was that they would not have agreed to the meeting unless they had something to give us. Why would they?
He played his strongest card: Iran's right to enrich uranium under the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, the NPT.
We are talking about a lack of trust, and you are responsible for that.
Rouhani said that they would agree to not putting radioactive material into the centrifuges,
which would mean that Iran was not enriching, and so that would mean suspension of enrichment.
Rouhani looked at his watch and said, oh, it's time for us to go and report to the president. And then something extraordinary happened, quite unscripted.
And Yoshka just banged the table and said, look, there's no point us going to see the president or talking to the press. We've not agreed anything.
We would be fools. I mean, to sit there in a press conference, be polite, and nobody had an interest, to create bad feelings with our oaths.
And Rouhani said, well, this is as much as we can agree to. And Yoshka said, well, in that case, we might as well go and catch our planes.
You could see these guys thinking, God, that wasn't in our script.
There was almost a total failure and breakout. We decided, both sides I think decided to call a break and discuss it.
Rouhani got out his mobile.
اونها میگفتن که کلیه فعالیت هایی که به نه مرتبط هست به این مسئله باید تعلیق بشه. ما اینو قبول نداشتیم. خب مسئله مشکل شد.
He was speaking very quietly, but it was clearly quite an intense conversation that Rouhani was having.
It was quite extraordinary. So we were sort of hanging around.
Rouhani's consultations with President Khatami lasted over an hour.
میگفتم خب حالا که شما نمیتونیم به توافق برسیم این رو واگذار کنیم به تفسیری که آژانس از این مسئله میده.
But the Iranians thought they had the ace up their sleeve. They had already asked the IAEA director, Mohammed El-Baradei, how he would define suspension.
Dr. El-Baradei had visited the day before, and they discussed the meaning of suspension. Dr. Rouhani believed that El-Baradei had considered suspension to be basically not feeding uranium into the centrifuges.
متاسفانه آقای البرادعی علیرغم قولی که یعنی علیرغم حرفی که زده بود و علیرغم معیارهایی که بود یک جور دیگری تعلیق رو مطرح کردن که به نظر ما امر بسیار خلاف اخلاقی بود.
The IAEA defined suspension as Europe wanted, and 4 months later they reported that Iran had been hiding a new, advanced centrifuge. Iran had expected agreement with Europe would bring economic rewards. None came.